We're without music today, y'all. I'm sorry. Hey, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to the call. Hey, we had a incredible bold yesterday. I know that I've got some people on the call right now that were on and in bold. Just a few things, few takeaways that I would share. I called within a 10-minute period, got three contacts. One just from my brother who was just sitting next to another football coach. I got a 300-acre horse farm in Northwest Arkansas. So anyway, I'm following up with them today. But long story short, the calls clearly work. Had I not called him, I probably would not have that opportunity. So I was able to follow up with 3 referrals yesterday because of Bold. So this is a friendly reminder that you have to actually make the calls to get the business. And a few things that he also mentioned was social media, and make sure that you're sending out social media consistently. So anyway, all that to say, it was a great day. Homework was make 100 contacts, which is 50 this week, 50 next week. This is my challenge to you all. Even if you're not in bold, your goal is to make the contacts so that you can then obviously get a large pipeline. Anybody else want to share what they got out of it yesterday before I go into final offers?
I'll say just having a plan of a script to say to everyone. I kind of learned it last week with having, more script practice and role play. It makes the calls easier. So you're like, this is what I'm going to say to every person, and it doesn't matter who it is. You know what I mean? It just keeps
Yeah.
the conversation going in the direction that you were intending. So scripts
Well,
and conversation practice.
well, it matters because then you don't just get to stare at your phone and try to make up a script to avoid what you are avoiding, right? Like it was, I think what was so powerful about it, it was like 10 minutes and people were throwing up large numbers of referrals in it. So it was pretty cool to do that. So all that to say is this is a friendly reminder that if you're not hitting your goals, everybody is doing social, yes, for the most part. A lot of people are texting, but those that actually call and make some sort of contact and actually ask for the business are the ones that are going to win and win big. All right.
Can I
So
say one more thing? I'm so sorry.
yeah, go ahead.
Just because it was crazy. Kalen on the Home Gurus, he was like, "Oh my God, Linda, I just called my brother and he gave me 3 referrals. I've never actually just straight asked him." So asking is the thing.
Hey.
It was funny.
Yeah, if you don't ask in anything in life, you're not going to get it, right? All right, so I want to talk about we talked about Go Home Hubs, and I want to make sure everybody has set themselves up on a Go Home Hub. And the reason why is I want y'all to understand what you're getting or your clients are getting when they're seeing these equity alerts come through. So just a quick tip, I would encourage y'all to go ahead and set yourself up so that you could see what your clients are receiving. Go Home Hub, just for everybody that is not familiar with it, it tracks, it's a home management portal, and it tracks your home's equity as well as the home's appreciation. I'm going to share this with you so you could see it. So this is what it looks like. This is what they're receiving, and it'll give you all of the information here. And when they log in, obviously you'll get that information. So friendly reminder, set these up for your people. Instead of doing it manually, this will allow you to do it at scale. And then this is getting about a 60 to 70% click-through rate. Meaning when it's coming through the inbox, our people are opening it. Our customers are opening it. So instead of feeling like you don't have something to say when you're calling these people, if you set them up on the Go Home Hubs and they're looking and you already know they're clicking and looking, it's an easy call. Asking them what they're doing with their equity or what they think about the home's appreciation. One thing I hear all the time is, well, the number isn't, I hear this from agents. Well, the number isn't accurate. That's not really their value of their home. I don't care what the value of the home is. The purpose of this tool is so that they can correct me if they don't think that the property is worth what they think it's worth. So if they are correcting me, then I'm in a two-way conversation, and I could say, hey, why is that important to you? Let me do a more detailed comparable market analysis for you. Let's sit down over coffee and let's go over that. And then I can adjust it in the system. So a lot of people don't use these tools because they say that the numbers are not accurate. 90% of the time the numbers are accurate. And then that 10%, let them correct you so that then you can go in and adjust it. And then now we've got a two-way conversation. So that's the first thing. And then I want to talk about final offers. So I'm going to take this over here. All right. I just want everybody to know where I went. I went into Novalynk, and then I went into my business, and then I scrolled down, and then here is final offer. Okay. And I'm going to show y'all a few videos. I am going to have somebody, Linda, if you'll remind me, I need to book somebody to come speak next Thursday that is currently using this. Probably Mike Servin would be a good one. All that to say is, this is another offering that we have. So we have the GoHomeHub, we have Private Collection, which is off market. We have iFinder, which is for investors. Now we have Final Offer. This is a really cool offering, and I'm going to show you a little bit about it through this video because I think it's better that we go the video route, and then I will have somebody come on and talk more about it. So here is how Final Offer works.
When you sell your home, you never want to feel like you left something on the table. But with so many potential buyers out there, it's hard not to. Just think of it. A buyer sees your home listed, likes it, maybe gets a tour. But then one day they look and sale pending. Your home is off the market. They feel shortchanged. Then they see what it went for and think, I could have beaten that. Multiply that by the dozens, if not hundreds of people who liked your home. And that's a lot of potential offers that never reach the table. But not with Final Offer. When an offer is made, everyone who's ever liked your home is alerted in real time, creating a sense of urgency that brings more buyers back to the table. So now, the buyer who would have offered more can do so, and the one who can close sooner can do that too. The offers are ranked by how much overall value they deliver. So if closing in 30 days saves you 10 grand in carrying costs, that's reflected. This is how you get the best offer for your home. This is Final Offer. Ask your agent to list your home.
All right, I'm going to show y'all one more video, and then I'm going to pull up the one sheet because I just want to make sure we're all following this. So this is how you get the QR code out to buyers so that more buyers scan this, and then they will get real-time alerts regarding the property. Okay, here is the one sheet for final offers. I'm going to pull that up real quick so that you have it. Here's a final offer one sheet that does explain the benefit for sellers, for buyers, and for agents. So all of that to say is it essentially will allow the seller to claim their terms if they want to. And then they'll get real-time alerts to see who is saving the property, also driving urgency. So say I have a QR code on my sign, the buyer has put their terms in final offer of what's most important to them, or they may not have put the terms, it doesn't matter. The buyer scans the QR code, they go into final offer, and if another buyer scans it and submits an offer, the first buyer, buyer A, is going to get alerts, which is creating like an auction feel. So all that to say is this technology is pretty awesome. There are several people already doing it in Dallas. And this is such a differentiator for y'all when you have the listing. So, being able to say, hey, we have a platform that will drive more buyers. I can capture more buyers, therefore converting them. And it will also notify me if the buyers are interested or liked your property. All right, come at me with questions. Nobody's doing this, just so you know. This is not in our market. The only way we're accessing this is through Go.
Another thought behind it too is that you also capture buyer contact, right? More often from your sign or whatever, if it's outside your listing.
Correct.
Or even if you could post it on a social media, the link for them to get real-time alerts.
Well, and honestly, Linda, too, having, instead of doing the open house forms, like interested in getting more updates about this property, scan this code, and then you've got your open house form, right?
Yeah.
And then it'll send them real-time alerts on what's happening with the property. So it's a great lead capture platform, and it's a great way for sellers to say, hey, this is the most important thing for me. And it's also a great way for sellers to, if a buyer, say buyer A submits an offer, then buyer B, C, D, E, whoever else has liked it, is going to get alerts saying that somebody is submitting an offer, creating an auction-like feel.
Yeah, so even if you're doing an open house, that's a great point. You could have the listing agent put this on a QR code for that listing, and you could gather the buyer, information on your open house. It's not even yours.
What other
So
questions?
in general, is this where it's more beneficial after you get the listing and you get that first initial offer, or is it all about more of that listing being on this site to see the traction?
It's to see the traction. So for the seller, it's to see the traction, right? And so if y'all put a QR code on your signs with this, if you put it in the flyer for your house, if you put it on in open houses, if you showcase it online, you put it up there, right? And then they'll see the interest in real time.
Okay, now I just did a call yesterday with home.com, so I don't know a lot about it, but I know they kind of explain where when you put a listing on their site, it took me through a lot of things where it tracked the traction on how many people are viewing that listing. Or do you know how it compares to something like that? Or is it something totally different?
I would say this is a little bit different, because this is going to, instead of just saying who saved it, it's going to say, hey, these people have saved it. And whenever somebody submits an offer, then it's going to send out to all of them to create the auction fill. Homes.com is more of a marketing, let's call it more eyeballs on it. This is more of a play for the seller to say, hey, in real time, all of these people are interested or not.
Gotcha. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I think, I was going to say the difference.
Hold on. One other thing real quick. Sorry, Linda. Y'all, this is free.
That was the other big thing, because it is a charge. Okay.
Right.
Yep. Okay.
This is free. Go ahead, Linda.
What I was going to say too, Dorcas, is, I think that was Dorcas. I'm driving. Is that,
yeah, that's me.
Is that you get to capture all the buyers that say they want to keep posted on it, and you get to be the one to shoot out that alert. So you're capturing that buyer contact for free without having to do anything else. If you had this plastered everywhere, anywhere your home is marketed, then you're capturing those yourself versus them going through, the sites stuff.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, good morning.
Hey,
I was gonna ask who's submitting the offer for the buyer? Is it the buyers doing it, or they have agents doing
If
it?
the buyer doesn't have an agent, the buyers are doing it.
But how reliable is that? Because are they getting vetted? Do they have lenders?
I think that's part of the process. As soon as they make that let's call it a offer marriage. As soon as that happens, is when it's our job to then vet them.
Okay.
Yeah,
So just
if they
capturing the lead.
part of the platform,
Capture the lead, Sammy, and it's going to show your seller in real time the interest, and it's going to create demand.
Got it. Okay.
But it is our job.
When they go to, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I have a delay. I'm so sorry. I think part of if they create an offer, part of it is they have to drop their pre-approval in there as well. Like it prompts them to have that with their offer, even if they don't have an agent.
Oh, that's good. So you can capture both sides even.
Yeah, the goal is to list the leads and go back to y'all too, right? So I'm gonna have somebody else come on here. I didn't even want to bring this. We've had this for a while. I haven't brought it to the table yet, just because I need y'all to do the Go Home Hubs first, because that is a play that y'all need to be the first speed to lead because mortgage companies are already doing this. And in order for y'all to be the first to the consumer, so that the consumer calls you for equity reports and the home appreciation and vendors, that's where you need to start. If you haven't done that yet, I would really encourage you to do that. So, and then on the final offer side, we'll have somebody come speak about that next week. Kirsten,
To be honest, Sarah, I just want to add, to be honest, like the Go Hub, I have not registered and I don't know how to get in there, or so I think maybe we should do a class on that so we all can get on the same page for the Go Hub, Go Home Hub.
Linda, can we do that at one of the next team meetings, like a workshop?
Yeah, of course. Just make sure you bring your laptop.
Well,
got it.
We'll talk about it and we'll market it when we're going to do it. We'll have the first 30 minutes, probably a panel, and then the last 30 minutes, Linda, we can do Go Home Hub.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, everybody. Yeah, I mean, the whole goal of the tech, and I heard this yesterday, is not to replace you. It's to provide an opportunity for y'all to, what did he say? He said not level set with AI, but essentially, how can you use this technology so that you have more relationships more often? And the time is now to adopt it, because nobody's got this technology in town. So, all right, everybody, y'all let me know if you need anything. Make it a good one. Make it count. We're 1 minute over. Y'all go make some calls. 50 contacts this week. Bye, everybody.